Funding for This Is Nashville comes from you, our listeners, and Music City Prep Clinic, Nashville-based provider for PrEP and offering comprehensive sexual health services in an environment designed to be safe, professional, and shame-free. Learn more at musiccityprep.org.
I'm Khalil Ekalona, and this is Nashville. Today, we're talking about how young people in Middle Tennessee are serving their communities. One great way that young kids can find ways to volunteer is through the Tennessee Kids Serve Summer Challenge. It's a statewide challenge that runs from June 1st to August 1st. It invites all elementary school students, from rising kindergarten students to rising sixth grade students, to devote a portion of their summer break to serving others. We recently spoke with Tennessee's First Lady Maria Lee to learn more about the challenge. Let's take a listen. First Lady Maria Lee, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to This Is Nashville.
Thank you so much for having us. We're excited to be here.
Really happy to have you. Let's jump in. This is the 6th year of the Tennessee Kids Serve Summer Challenge. For anyone who doesn't know, tell us briefly, what is the challenge all about?
The challenge for kids in the summer is really just an invitation to them, elementary students all across Tennessee, really, from rising kindergarten through 6th grade students, just to take some time out of their summer to serve others in their community. It's a way for kids to learn at an early age to give back to their community and to think of others. We make it pretty much straightforward if someone registers for it, to make it pretty easy. We lay out 6 service categories and then give several suggested service ideas for each category that kids can choose from. And then each week we encourage students that are participating in the challenge just to focus on one of the different service categories. And they can serve, either by choosing one of the ideas we suggest, or they can come up with one of their own. We have found over the last 5 years that kids are very creative, and they come up with some really unique ways to serve others, even in ways that we didn't even think of. So it's been really fun to see over the last 5 years how kids have served those in their community. And really the goal ultimately is just to instill a heart of service in these kids so that, as they grow older, that might be a part of who they are and who they become, and as adults make a difference in their communities when they're grown.
Well, how can students who are interested, how can they sign up?
So they can go to my website, which is tn.gov/firstlady. And there they'll see where they can register for the Tennessee Kids Serve Summer Challenge. It's really easy. They just have a parent register them, and then we will send them information. The challenge has started. It started June 1st, and it'll run to August 1st. So there are 8 weeks of the challenge that throughout the whole summer.
Okay, so I want to talk about the types of service. From what I understand, to participate, kids have to serve in 2 of 8 categories, including showing kindness to the elderly, feeding the hungry, caring for other kids and families, supporting foster kids and their families, beautifying their own neighborhoods, serving others who serve, like police officers, and participating in random acts of kindness. And anyone, you can go check the challenge's website, which we will have a full link on this episode's post. But First Lady Lee, let me ask you, why is it important to have kids serve in different ways to participate in this challenge?
I think giving them opportunities to serve in different ways gets them out of their comfort zone. It gets them interacting with people that they may not interact with on a normal day-to-day basis, and offering up the 8 categories that we feel are, important, but also attainable for kids to do. I think it just helps encourage them, to get to know someone who's older than them, to go see a fire department or a police station and get to know those law enforcement officers and first responders, to see that they're regular people and they're there to help. And I think it opens up a world of just new realities for kids that may not experience that on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. I used to work with kids as a teacher, and you have to sometimes inspire or motivate kids or give them some sort of reward when they're done doing a task. I hear that there's some really cool things that you reward kids with for participating in the challenge. What can kids get for participating? What happens at the end of the challenge for them?
Yeah, so at the end of the summer, every student who completes the challenge, which, as you mentioned, is really just completing service activities in 2 of the 8 categories and having a minimum of 2 service hours, then all those kids will get a certificate of recognition saying, what they did, how they participated in the hour and the amount of hours that they served, and then it'll be a certificate signed by me. And then the top participants, the ones with the most service hours, will get an invitation to a carnival at the Tennessee residence with the governor and myself. And that's a really fun day full of carnival games, carnival food and prizes. And it's really just a chance to celebrate the kids' hard work and hear firsthand from them about the unique ways that they served others over the summer. It is an incentive to some degree, but our hope is that kids do want to serve and learn and see that serving is fun, but at the same time, they're kids, right? And so I love to be able to give back to them and go, hey, y'all did a great job, and your efforts don't go unnoticed, and that's where celebrating them at a carnival comes into play.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is a summer challenge. A lot of kids are on break right now. I remember when I was young, the summer was my favorite season of the year. What's your favorite thing to do in the summer?
Oh, gosh. That being a teacher myself for many years, the summer was always a time to rest and relax and regroup and catch up with friends and family that I may not have had time throughout the school year to interact with. So I love just chilling outside or going to the beach, but hanging with friends and family.
Mm-hmm. First Lady Maria Lee, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much for having us, and really appreciate what you all are doing and highlighting kids in service. Thank you.
Thank you. If you're just tuning in, this is Nashville, and I'm your host, Khalil Ekalona. We're talking this hour about kids who are dedicated to service. Okay, so joining us now to tell us what it's like to be involved in the Tennessee Kids Serve Summer Challenge are Whit Gadke and his mom, Shanna Gadke. Whit and Shanna, welcome to This is Nashville.
Thank you for having us.
How's it going, man? How are you, Whit?
I'm very good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
awesome. Okay, so tell me, how old are you?
I am 8 years old.
8 years old. When's your birthday?
My birthday is November 18th.
Oh, man. Are you looking forward to 9?
Yep.
Yeah. 9 is a big age. It's the last year before you become double digits. And that's awesome. Just let you know. It's awesome. Look forward to it. But let me ask you this. I understand you really love, you're not just like to volunteer, you love to volunteer. And this is your second year being involved in the Summer Challenge, which is totally awesome. Can you tell us what kind of service work you've done in the past with the Summer Challenge?
I've done planting flags in
At the veterans' grave sites?
At the veterans' grave sites.
Yeah? I heard you did a lemonade stand too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've done a lemonade stand.
Was that fun?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you sample some of your product before you sold it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's important. It's quality control, right? You got to make sure it's good. In lemonade, it can't be bad, right? Mm-hmm. Good job. Okay, now, Shanna, obviously, Whit's the one who's been doing the heavy lifting of the service work.
Certainly.
But you've been involved, too. How did you find out about the challenge, and what made you think that this was something that would be good for you and Whit to do?
Absolutely. So I actually have 3 boys, and I've tried to involve all of them in any type of service. We've learned for a long time just through our church community that it's integral to provide just a light to the world and to show those fruits of the Spirit, showing kindness and love to others. And so showing the boys how they can implement that, this service challenge was a perfect fit. So they were able to, I found out about it first off through Instagram. First Lady Maria Lee posts all kinds of stuff on her page. And so really looking for opportunities that I could have young children do something. This was one thing that was a perfect fit, like she said, about elementary school students and getting them involved. So we initially started with just how can we be an example to others? Where can we show love and kindness to others? And so this challenge came up, and we had to get kind of creative. Like she said, kids can be super creative when it comes to serving. So I asked the boys a lot about just what do you think we can do? What would be a fun thing that you can do for other people? So the lemonade stand came up, and we're going to do it again this year, but that is donating the proceeds to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So we'll have that at our neighborhood pool. The boys will just pick up trash anywhere. There's so many opportunities where you can just get out of maybe thinking about just what you want to do for the summer and help others. So that's been an opportunity that's been great for us this summer.
That's wonderful. Whit, for how much are you trying to raise with this lemonade stand? How much money?
Maybe 50.
$50? That's a lot of money, man.
At first I thought 20.
You aim for 50. And we'll get that. Okay, so how are you going to collect this money? Are you going to take cash, credit card payments? Are people going to be able to write you checks? Well, how's it go?
Cash or Venmo.
Cash or Venmo. Spoken like a true kid from the 21st century. All right, so, I also understand that you recently, wrote letters and drew pictures for people in service roles like the military. Tell me, what do you hope the people who open those letters would feel when you read them, when they read them?
Happy.
Happy.
Very happy.
What kind of letters? What'd you write in your letters?
Thank you for serving.
Nice. What kind of pictures did you draw?
USA.
Yeah? Do you enjoy drawing?
Yes.
Yeah? What do you like to draw the most?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, huh?
Probably maybe video game characters.
Video game characters? How about this? When you sell lemonade, sell some of your own artwork, too.
Okay.
I think it'll work. I think it'll work. So I also heard that, you're also helping your neighbors out in doing stuff. What are you doing to help your neighbors?
Walking their dog while they're sick.
Oh, okay. That's really nice to do. That's a really kind thing to do. And you doing all this stuff at 8 years old. How do you keep track of all the service hours, of everything that you're doing to help people in your community out?
Oh, that's a hard one.
So the Tennessee Serve Challenge makes it really easy. There's a service log that's provided once you sign up. You get it emailed over to you. It's in a PDF, and so parents are responsible for the service log itself and filling it out. So I'll encourage the boys to kind of give me their ideas and goals, and we'll write down those goals. And then once they've completed the service hours, we'll fill it out. Another great opportunity that we do when we're filling out that log is to take pictures. I want my children, to remember these exciting opportunities that they've had, but then also I know that Tennessee Serves loves to see the pictures and get that out so that the messaging gets out to more people. Whit, I know he had some friends that he had showed his pictures to, and then they got excited and ended up signing up for the challenge.
Awesome.
So it's been a great opportunity for growth, even in our own church community, getting people more involved out there. And then also in our neighborhood, he's had some friends that he's picked up trash with. Whit, do you remember when you went with Will?
Oh, yes.
What did you guys go do?
Pick up trash. It was kind of fun because we saw a bunch of creepy things like
bugs and stuff?
No, even creepier.
Like what?
Creepier than bugs? What's creepier than bugs, man?
A frog with no legs.
Okay, you got me. You totally got me. I wonder what got its legs. That's interesting.
Who knows?
Something we'll talk about after the show. Now, okay, so Shanna, you've got two other boys. Is Whit the youngest?
No, Whit's actually the oldest. So we have Whit, that's 8, Walt, that is 6, and Weber, that is 4. So they're all involved. We all get out and clean up trash. One way that I feel like we make it fun is we're getting out trash bags. They've got gloves on. There's all kinds of things that just keep them engaged and excited about it.
How'd you talk to them about what the spirit of volunteering means?
Certainly. So again, going back to just the fruits of the Spirit and showing kindness and love to others, they've learned that right off the bat. At our church, there's a ministry group for serving called the Give Love Project, where we get out and just show love to the community, taking cookies and things to other people. So they've seen kids before doing those things. And so we've just incorporated how fulfilling and exciting that is for others. And then to see those smiles on people's faces when you provide those different things for them or just provide a service for them that they might not otherwise be able to do. And it's been exciting for them to see. That's
really cool. Now, Whit, I need to ask your advice. You are the expert when it comes to serving people. So let's say there's a kid who's listening, or their parents are listening, and they have the idea, like maybe they want to do what you did, pick up litter and trash in the neighborhood, because a lot of people can do that. What kind of supplies would they need to get so they could be really, really good at picking up litter and trash in their neighborhood?
Something like a claw to pick up the trash. Mm-hmm. Maybe an apron.
An apron? Okay. Do you need like something to put the trash in?
Yes, a trash bag or a trash can.
Yeah, one of the two. And how long should they be ready to dedicate themselves to cleaning up an area?
Maybe 10 minutes or 20.
10 to 20 minutes? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's really cool. All right. So you get the final word. What do you like the most about being of service to others?
That I get to do it with friends and stuff.
Yeah. Do you see yourself as you grow up and get older? I mean, 9 is coming sooner than you think. So you're 9, 10, 11, 12, even older. You thinking about continuing these acts of service that you offer?
Sort of.
Yeah? Do you think when you get to be a grown-up in my age, you'll be helping to serve people?
Maybe.
We'll find out. I really want to thank you both so much for being here on the show today. Whit Gadke is a student participating in the Tennessee's Kids Serve Summer Challenge. His mom, Shanna, is rooting him on. And you all can find out details, everything you need, and how to sign up on the Tennessee Kids Summer Serve Challenge website, which we will have a link to on this episode's web post. Whit and Shanna, thank you both so much.
Thank you for having us. This was
Thank
a delight.
Really cool. Now we had to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be speaking with local young folks about how they're working to make a difference in their community. Stay with us. This is Nashville.
Funding for This is Nashville comes from you, our listeners, and Music City Prep Clinic, Nashville-based provider for PrEP and offering comprehensive sexual health services in an environment designed to be safe, professional, and shame-free. Learn more at musiccityprep.org.
I'm Khalil Ekalona, and this is Nashville. Today, we're talking with young people from right here in Middle Tennessee about how they're involved in community service. Now, joining us now to share how they're developing their own leadership skills and organizing their own community service projects are Madison Cooper, a soon-to-be 8th grader at Mill Creek, and Robert Brown, a rising junior at Father Ryan. Madison and Robert, thank you for being here. Welcome to This is Nashville.
Thank you for having us.
Really awesome. Very great to have you both. Okay, so you're both members of the KYB Leadership Academy. It's also known as the Dr. Katherine Y. Brown Leadership Academy. It's an organization open to students as young as middle school all the way through graduate school that teaches leadership principles, provides practical leadership training, and requires students to get out there and be involved in service. You both are learning about service. I want to learn what type of leader you are right now. Madison?
I think that this program has really helped me step out of my comfort zone and it has helped me show that I am a leader, and I just need a few other traits, a few other qualities to become the best leader that I can be.
Well, what kind of leader do you want to be?
The best version of myself. I think I was already a leader before I came into this program, and this program is really helping me step up my game and be a better leader.
All right, Robert, what type of leader are you now? And then tell me what type of leader you want to be.
The type of leader I am now is I'm the type of leader that takes the first step when it comes to speaking engagements.
Mm-hmm. So you stand out, you got no problem addressing a crowd.
No.
Awesome. I know what that feels like. What type of leader do you want to be?
I want to be a leader that everyone can count on.
Dependable. Someone who's there. Same for you, Madison?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, do you guys see leaders as leadership comes in different forms? Sometimes it's the person who gets out and gets their hands dirty. Sometimes it's someone who can motivate people to do things. Do you feel like you need to master all of the leadership skills or be really, really good at the ones you would inherently possess?
I think that you should be good at as many leadership skills as you can and master the ones you feel most comfortable with. But once you have that, you really need to step out your comfort zone because sometimes success is not right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Well said. All right. So as a part of the Academy, you guys have involved in 7 different service projects. What kind of service projects have each of you done so far? Robert?
I have done all 7 of the service projects.
What kind? What are they?
We have the Full Steam Ahead Conference, which teaches scholars STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. We have the Leaders Are Readers initiative, which is when we teach younger people about the I'm Amazing book so they truly know how amazing they are. We have the Her Life, Our Legacy, which honors mothers and loved ones who have transitioned. Mm-hmm. We have the RBW Mental Health Symposium, which is when we create mental health videos to raise the awareness of, mental health issues. Then we have the RBW PH Awareness Day, which is a 5K walk, which increases the awareness of pulmonary hypertension. Mm-hmm. We have the RBW PH Sunday, which is an education table that teaches the information of pulmonary hypertension. And last but not least, we have the Caregiver Appreciation Day, which honors caregivers through luncheons and webinars since they honor us and keep us safe and healthy.
That's got to be fun. Caregivers need their flowers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Madison, what have you done?
I have only done a few of the service projects, but one of the ones I have done was the mental health video, and my group decided that we would do ours about bullying. So it shows it's a skit, and it shows how the bully's words and actions can really affect someone else because you never know what people are going through. But right now, we are working on the Readers Are Leaders initiative, which is about our book, I'm Amazing. And it's really just showing yourself, not showing self-doubt, being positive and confident.
I'm curious about what you both have learned through your activities in these different projects. Like, what have you discovered about yourself that you didn't know was there before? Madison?
From the mental health video that I did, I learned that I already knew that your words, your actions can affect someone else. But really doing the skit, acting it out, I was the person who was getting bullied. And even though it was completely fake, I felt how I would think someone feels. Mm-hmm. And I really think that kind of made me more prone to what people are going through.
Sympathetic and understanding of what they're going through. Do you think it's given you the confidence to kind of step in and if you witnessed someone being bullied, you'd step in to help them out?
Absolutely so.
Yeah. Robert, tell me about the work you did for Caregiver Appreciation Day and how that really changed you.
The work we did for the Caregiver Appreciation Day was amazing because, as you said, we gave out flowers. We also raised the awareness of pulmonary hypertension, and we gave them a bunch of gifts, and we also we honored all of them, as in we have a list of people who we call out by name, what they do, what they did, and what they deserve for honoring our community.
Mm-hmm. So I want to talk big picture, philosophical with both of you real quick. Why is service important to you, Robert?
Service is important to me because it's important to help your community.
Why? What else? It is important to help your community. But as you look at yourself, you're a rising junior in high school. Mm-hmm. A couple of years, you're going to be out in the world, you're in college doing your thing. And then pretty soon you're going to be a young adult out in your world helping out people and following your life. When you think about yourself, when you think 13 years, you'll be 30 years old. What type of service do you want to offer to the community then?
Well, actually, I plan on becoming a EMT pilot because, say there's a bad traffic jam. The only people who can get to you are the EMT pilots. And I personally don't believe we have enough of them in our community. So I want to be that person who's there firsthand, who can help and take them to the hospital as fast as I can to save their life.
Madison, why is this so important to you?
I think community service is important for several reasons, but just a few of them I think would be not everyone is capable of having all these things that other people might have. You might be capable of having a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but some people might have to not eat because they have to feed their kids. And even just a small thing, packing lunches for the homeless, helping feed people get off the street, anything like that, I think it can truly make someone's day and change their life.
Okay, you guys have mentioned it before. I want to talk about the Leaders Read, and this is I Am Amazing, this book project that you all have. Madison, tell me a little bit about this book, I Am Amazing.
So this book is about self-affirmations and being more positive towards yourself, not showing self-doubt. So with the book, there are multiple pages that show the definition of courage, resilience, and being brave. And also in the book, there are journal pages where you have to list 21 things that are amazing about yourself. And some people could definitely do it, no hesitation. But some people, like me, myself, I had to think a little harder to find 21 things. But once I found them, I was like, I knew that this was in me. But now I physically know. And we have to say it out loud too. I'm amazing because. Say, I'm amazing because I am kind. I'm amazing because I am smart.
Has your list grown beyond just the 21 things? Have you found more things of how you're amazing?
Yes, I have.
Awesome. Okay, so what did you think when you first read the book?
I thought that I'm amazing is 3 words. What could that possibly mean? But first day when I read the book, woke up in the morning, looked myself in the eyes, I'm amazing. Didn't believe it. Second day, we talked about the book in the Dr. Catherine Y. Brown leadership, and I found out that I am amazing. I said it that morning, and I believed it. I knew that I was amazing.
Robert, what did you think when you first went through the pages of this book?
When I first went through the pages of the book, the first thing that came to my mind was people can say they are amazing, but how do you know the difference between saying it and actually meaning it?
Yeah. How do you know the difference? I mean, if you guys are you both on social media at all?
Yes, a little bit.
Kind of, a little bit. On social media, a lot of people are saying that they're amazing, but do they actually believe it? What did it take for you to really believe it, Robert?
It took me to wake up. Like every morning I wake up, I look in the mirror and I tell myself, I am amazing. I say it 3 times, in fact, to make sure I really, truly believe it. Like, I am amazing.
How's it feel to be amazing?
Wonderful.
That's good. That's good. All right. So one of your service projects is kind of going out and sharing this book with other local kids. Why do you want kids to read this book, Robert?
Well, when I was in Trinidad and Tobago, we had read that book to them. And some of the kids, they didn't know that they were amazing. And after reading the book, they started crying because they truly did not know that they were amazing.
So you're seeing these life-changing experiences go through people.
Yes, some people have never been told that they are amazing before.
Yeah. When you realize that, some folks have never been told that they're amazing, yet they're going through life. How'd that make you feel?
It made me feel like I needed to do something. Like I needed to read this book more to more of my friends and people.
So you're going to do that. How many kids in Tennessee are you hoping to reach with this message from the book?
Our short-term goal is to read the book to 2,000 people, but our long-term goal is to read the book to 10,000 students in Nashville, Tennessee.
That is quite the goal. You got time to do it. What type of effort is that going to take?
A lot.
Yeah. You know, I understand that you all are organizing everything for this project. You're going out into the community. You're finding ways to connect with other groups of young people at churches and at schools. Then you kind of meet them and facilitate these things with the I Am Amazing book. Madison, you're set to become a facilitator pretty soon. How do you feel about kind of doing something new for the first time?
I definitely am nervous, but I think just how our facilitators trained us to be leaders, I'm going to put that same work in, that same confidence and teach other kids. And I'm very excited to show them that they are amazing and they have it in themselves to believe it.
Awesome. Okay, let me ask you both a question. You can be completely honest. What do you think of adults generally? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I would say thumbs up.
I'd say thumbs up.
Okay, thumbs up for adults. But sometimes, be honest, do they get on your nerves?
The adults that mistreat their kids.
Adults that mistreat kids. I'm just asking that because sometimes, you know, adults can constantly barrage you with messages and you're like, I am tired of hearing it. Yet if you hear the same message from one of your friends, you'd be more prone to listen to what your friend is saying. When you're out there working with kids, are they more likely to hear the messages from this book, I Am Amazing, from you all, or adults in your experiences?
Us.
From you. Why? Why do you think that is?
Because we are the same age as them and sometimes even younger.
Wow. So you're talking to older kids, and it's about people you can relate to, people of your own generation, huh?
Yes.
All right. So as we talk about life, Robert said he wants to be an EMT pilot in Madison. How are you going to go forward in your life and be of service to people, particularly when you're an adult?
I think I want to be a pediatrician.
Yeah?
Yes.
A pediatrician to help out families and young kids as well?
Yes.
Yeah. What are you looking most forward to for the remainder of this summer?
I think I'm definitely looking forward to all 7 service projects, and this is not during the summer, but we are planning a trip to Greece, and I do plan to go to help out other kids just like we've done in Dubai, San Jose, Costa Rica, and all those other places.
So you get to travel the world and help young people out from across the world. Now, Robert, you said you were in Trinidad. How long ago were you in Trinidad?
In March.
In March. Was it your first time overseas?
No.
No. All right. What'd you think?
It was an experience because that was actually our first time facilitating the I'm Amazing book.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about it.
It was really fun actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a little nervous because like you didn't know what you were getting yourself into, how people were gonna react, if people were going to listen, if they were going to misbehave, but they were amazing scholars.
Madison, what are you most looking forward to about immersing yourself in the culture of Greece when you take this trip?
I think that it will be really great exposure for everyone who goes. Me personally, I am very excited to train or to facilitate other people because they probably will not have the same leadership, like things holding them back. They could have this going on, and we just think that what we have going on is bad enough, but then we learn their story, and we learn that maybe not everyone is the same, not everyone has the same problems.
Final question for both of you. What do other kids listening, what do they need to know about getting involved in service?
I think that they should definitely know, step outside their comfort zone, and your service project or just service to the community does not have to be big and extravagant. You can really just do things in your neighborhood, do things in your county, do things with your school, and it doesn't matter as long as you're making an impact.
Awesome. Robert?
I think to feed off what she said, they like to do service you don't have to do anything extravagant. If it's even just packing an apple for the less fortunate, or joining a nonprofit like KYB, you can do so many things to help your community and help people that are in need.
Robert Brown is a rising junior, and Madison Cooper is a rising 8th grader. They're both scholars at the Dr. Katherine Y. Brown Leadership Academy. If you're interested in having these students come out and facilitate an I Am Amazing reading experience, reach out to the KYB website to submit a request. I want to thank you both for being on the show. Good luck to you and have fun this summer, okay?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
This is really great. We're going to take one last break. When we come back, we'll be speaking with 2 high school students about how they're working to make a difference in our community here in Middle Tennessee. And as always, you can join the conversation by tweeting us at This Is Nashville. We'll be right back. I'm Khalil Ekalona, and this is Nashville. Today, we're speaking with young people to hear how they're involved in community service. Now, joining us now to share more are Jake Dorfman, a rising senior at Montgomery Bell Academy, and Sophia Phelps, a rising junior at Hume Fogg. Jake and Sophia, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to This is Nashville.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Really great to have you both. Let me ask you, how's summer going so far?
It's going great. Doing some research at Vandy and having a great time. So, yeah.
Awesome. Sophia?
It's super fun, super relaxing. It's great to have no stress from school.
Yeah, no stress. Are you guys going to get summer jobs and stuff?
Yes, I'm applying all over.
Yeah.
Already got one, doing the research.
You're doing, oh yeah, hey, nice fancy job. And so Sophia, word of advice, the movie theater, best job to have.
Really? Okay, I'll look into it.
It's great. Okay, so I want to learn how you both really got involved in community service. Jake, you're soon to be president, I understand, of your service club at school. And Sophia, you volunteer through your school's outreach club, and also through your church.
Yeah.
Let's step back a little bit and talk how you first all got started. Jake, what was your first volunteer service experience?
So I was actually, ironically, really good friends with the service club president at the time. His name was Connor. And he told me, he was like, Jake, you got to come to this project at Room in the Inn. And we go out to Room in the Inn, and basically homeless just people in general come out, and they're given shelter and food, and we cooked a nice meal for them and just talked to them. And we played Uno, cards. We even took some checker pieces to play poker with them, and we just talked and had a great time. And I think connecting with them on a personal level allowed me to realize that, everybody can be friends with you. You can be friends with everybody, and allowed me to connect with new people, enjoy a new experience. And after that, I never stopped doing service.
Sophia, what was your first experience?
My first experience was, the one I remember at least, it was after the tornado that went through Nashville in 2020, before everything shut down for COVID-19. And my family just went out, and we just helped families that were hit with a lot of destruction, because fortunately we weren't. So we decided that we were going to go out and help people in the best that we could, because we were able to.
How did doing that really impact you, change your thoughts and your perspective?
I think that it really just showed me that I have the capability to make a change in someone's life and have an impact, even if it's not super big, even if it only helped them through that one day, it still helped them. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, both of your schools have these service clubs. I'm curious about how students join the club to actually get involved in these different projects. Jake, explain to me at MBA, how does that work?
Right. So my role as the president now, going into next year, it's to outreach, get people involved, talk at assemblies, and inspire people, show them what's great about service. But for us, it's on our kind of sign up page. People just go, and every single weekend, MBA is connected to about 20 plus organizations around Tennessee, and we put it up on our page, and people just fill out their names on the sheet if they want to go. And then we have project managers for each project that will reach out to you and tell you when to come, what to bring, what to fill out, and then you show up there and you have a great time with your friends.
What project have you liked the most?
I'm gonna have to give it a tie. Well, I'm the project manager of 2. So Elijah's Heart is one, and it's the largest public housing organization in Nashville, and it's at JC Napier Homes, and we go out and basically grocery stores, food, that might not be expired or bad, but people just aren't going to buy it anymore because there's newer and better food at the grocery store. That food is dropped off at Elijah's Heart, and we go and we sort through it. Black bags are for meat and bread, white bags are for fruit, vegetables, whatever, and then we hand it out to these residents of the homes that come, and we talk with them. And it's a very hands-on experience, so it's really good for the boys at MBA to get involved. And then Operation Stand Down, it's a nonprofit that helps engage, equip, and empower homeless veterans with the tools to thrive in society. So I interned there a summer ago for 6 weeks, and I just worked with them like little stuff, like folding socks, whatever.
Yeah.
But also I'd go to their transitional housing programs and talk with the people about what they need, work with them on getting jobs, stuff like that. And that was really, really cool.
And tomorrow we're going to talk with some people who do service at JP Napier Homes. That should be really interesting. Sophia, I understand you found a lot of ways to do service through your church.
Yes.
Is service a big part of your faith?
I think it definitely is, because I think that serving is definitely a way for me to see like the light of God, and knowing that I can be the hands and feet of Jesus. And just really, I think my church is definitely very involved with the community around. And we have different days throughout the year where we'll get together as a whole church, and we'll just pack food boxes or organize clothes and then take them to families in need. And it just really shows how, in the community that, you're surrounded by, that you can make a change.
A lot of people
faith.
A lot of folks are familiar with service trips, or sometimes it's called mission trips.
Yes.
I understand you've been on at least 2.
Yes.
Where have you gone with your church group, and what have you done?
So my first mission trip, we went to Washington, D.C., and our biggest thing was providing nutritious foods to community that there was definitely kind of not a lot of nutritious available food, and it was expensive, and just certain people and big groups of community of people just weren't not having full access to it. So we were able to pack food and then put that out into the community. And then that was a big part. And then we also just helped with buildings and painting and organizing for them, just so we could be the hands and feet in God again. And then my second mission trip was to Florida, and we helped, and there was a ton of hurricane damage all over. Houses were destroyed. There was one family, and we went and we spent the whole day. Their roof was blown off, and they had no air conditioning, no insulation, and we helped install insulation for 5 hours, and it was amazing. I had never installed insulation before, and I learned, and it was fun. It was amazing.
That was something. Were your friends there with you?
Yes, yeah.
What is it like to serve with your friends? Does that really increase the bond for you all when you're serving with the people you're close to?
I think definitely. I think it's a way for us to connect. And I also have made so many friendships within my church on those mission trips, because we're all together and we're all in a group for days on end and volunteering and serving together. So it's really a connecting thing.
And Jake, you said your best friend is one of the people who got you involved in this in the first place. How has that relationship, how have your friendships really been enhanced by doing this work together?
I think that, you're already friends with these people, you know a lot about them, but when you go to service, you see a different part of them. You see how they interact with, outside of their comfort zone, how they grow as people. I've had a lot of friends that I've gotten to come do service that were very introverted, and just being around, new people, new areas, out of their comfort zone, they've actually become very extroverted people just from growing, and it's really good to see them grow. And I think that's really developed. I mean, I have such great bonds with people now because we help people in need all the time.
Now, in the previous segment, we had Madison and Robert on. They talked about how they have, through service, they've been able to develop new skills, leadership skills. Do you think that you all are developing skills that you never thought you had possession of?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think that service, it helps the community. You're helping others. You're making, the world a better place, but you're also helping yourself. You're gaining emotional intelligence. You're gaining empathy, the ability to connect with others. I think service has taught me that you don't always have to speak. You can also just listen, listen to people's problems and figure out how you can help them in the best way possible.
How has it changed your relationships with your family and family members? I'm interested in that because, you're both adolescents, you're going through stuff, you're changing things. Do these acts of service, helping out strangers in different parts of the country or even in your own neighborhood, has that been able to help you give you perspective on where your parents are coming from a little bit?
I think, yeah, definitely. I think it's also helped me just like connect with my parents on a new level because it's a way for us to go and spend time together as a family. And we're also doing something that we know is helping people and helping the community.
If you're just tuning in, this is Nashville, and I'm your host, Khalil Ekalona. We're talking this hour about students in service. My guests are high schoolers, Sophia Phelps and Jake Dorfman. All right, let's talk about some basics, advice that you may have for younger people, your peers who are thinking about getting involved. Transportation is tough in this town.
Yes.
If you're not driving, it's tough. We've done many episodes on how transportation is tough. That's why our new mayor, Freddie O'Connell, has a transportation referendum coming up. Hopefully it hits the ballots in November. You're both driving now, but how did you get out to serve before you could drive? How'd you get around to these places?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just was lucky to be around people that could drive, like older people that I was friends with, so that I do a lot of carpooling. And also my mother is a great, she was always willing to take me to do service, so she could always drive me. But, for those like maybe that don't have that, it's very tough to get involved. And I mean, you just kind of have to reach out maybe to other people, figure out, if they can take you, other people go into the project. Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure people are willing to help you to go help others.
Mm-hmm. Sophia, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the same. And I would also just say to reach out to your friends because my club at my church, or not my club at my school, a lot of my friends were in the club, so we all could just ride together. And I think definitely to reach out to people and be like, hey, there's this opportunity. I don't know if your mom could maybe take us or my mom could take us. So just reach out to people to get involved.
How do you find the right fit? There's so many opportunities to help people, but not everything is for us, right? We have to find out where we work best, the community we work best with. What would you tell other young folks about how to find the service work that is the perfect or a really good fit for them? Sophia?
I think you just need to be flexible because I think that I definitely, when I helped install insulation on my mission trip, I never thought that I would be able to serve that way. I thought, I'm really good at organizing or putting things together in groups. I never thought that I would be able to do that. But I think just being flexible and being able to be hey, I can possibly do this and I can learn how to do this and I can get a new experience out of it. So I'm just going to try it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just think, the best way to figure out what you're good at and not good at is to try. So you just have to, you got to go out there, you got to do everything that you can until you really realize what your niche is. But I've just been doing everything really. I've never found a service project that I disliked or that I didn't feel like I was making a difference. So, I think that if you're worried about, not fitting in at a project or not enjoying it, you shouldn't be worried about that at all. You're going to have a good time and you're going to feel like you're making a difference and you're not going to ever feel like an outcast or anything like that.
Now, graduation is kind of around the corner for both of you. It's going to be here sooner than you think. Trust me, it's going to be here sooner than you think. What are your plans for after graduation? Is it college? And then after that, what are you thinking about getting into and studying?
Yeah, for me, I'm thinking about going pre-med right now because I just think, it's further I can't see myself being in a profession where I'm not helping others, making a difference because, what's the point, in my opinion? But, after high school, if I go to a college, in Nashville, I can obviously keep my same service connections that I have, keep working with them. If not, I'll just build bonds with other communities and other service connections. But I'm never going to stop making a difference, and I'm never going to stop doing service for sure.
Sophia?
I honestly have no idea what I want to do after high school. I definitely know that I do want to go to college. I don't know what I want to major in or what I want to do for the rest of my life, but I do know that I want to continue serving and just continue helping in any way that I can because I know that I can make a difference. And I don't know if I want to go to college out of state, but again, if I do stay here, I will still have the same connections, but if I branch out, I can make more.
I've got about a minute left. I'd love for both of you to take some time to answer this. Do you think that your service work has enabled you to really learn more about your city expand not just outside of the neighborhood and the places you like to hang out in, but more about what Nashville is and what Nashville can be. Jake?
Of course. I mean, I'm kind of, I live 3 minutes from NBA. I'm kind of in a bubble, I'm just staying in that area all the time until I started doing service where, I used to be a little nervous about, doing a project like an hour away or, whatnot. But after doing a bunch of service, I've grown to see, that everybody's alike. And, no matter what it is where I'm branching out, I'm always, helping people, and I'm learning a lot about the city. Different areas obviously go through different struggles, that's just how it is. But, everybody's struggles can be helped. And I try to go everywhere I can. I mean, I even went out to Greece, which is obviously not in Nashville or Tennessee, but, anywhere you go, you can help.
Sophia?
Yeah, I would agree. I think definitely it shows you different parts of Nashville, because I think there's so many different communities go through so many different things. And it just gives you like a lot of new perspective.
Awesome. Sophia Phelps is a rising junior at Hume Fogg, and Jake Dorfman is a rising senior at Montgomery Bell Academy. Thanks to you both for being here. Have fun this summer, and good luck to you both, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. If you're interested in learning about where to volunteer in Nashville or in Greater Middle Tennessee, start with Hands on Nashville, which helps volunteers find local opportunities. We'll have links to those organizations mentioned today on this show on today's web post. Thanks to you for tuning in this hour. This is Nashville is a production of Nashville Public Radio. Today's episode was produced by Katherine Ceicys. It was directed by Tasha A.F. Lemley. Our technical director and board operators, Liv Lombardi. The masterminds behind our theme music are Laurent and Namir Blade. You can listen back at thisisnashville.org or wherever you get good podcasts. The conversation doesn't end here. Tweet us at This Is Nashville. You can also leave us a message at 615-760-2000. This is Nashville. I'm Khalil Ekalona. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, and be good to each other.